So one of the things that that I found written on your LinkedIn page that stood out to me was, it says, even an excellent strategy doesn't guarantee any results if you don't value your team and you're not able to empower and inspire your people.
Yeah, it's true.
So companies come to you to solve leadership problems, management problems, team problems.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, like, what is the most common struggle or issue today with why companies aren't able to empower and inspire their teams?
Oh, of course, there could be different answers to this question, I'm thinking. But of course, the core, I think it's about mindset and soft skills. So mindset, what I mean is like lots of, for example, middle managers, because I love to work with middle managers because they want now they are motivated to develop, to strengthen, to refresh their skills and so on. And so they do not have, in lots of cases, they do not have this management and leadership mindset. They do not feel identified themselves. What does it mean to be a manager? Or if I'm a team leader, what does it mean? So they don't have this authenticity or understanding what does it mean inside and outside, because they are not able to provide their managerial work, for example, to conduct meetings efficiently or to provide some one-on-ones in order for them to be valuable for both parties, some individual talks, one-on-ones, or, for example, they are not able to implement changes and lots of changes are happening, so they need to understand how to communicate changes to people, how to build this process, for example, and so lots of other stuff. So how to delegate, how to set a task, how to give feedback. So lots of very, I think, routine day-to-day things that they have to do. They are doing these things, but they understand that it is not efficient or productive. They are not satisfied with themselves. And so I think that my purpose, I'm thinking, what is my purpose? But like, on the one hand, I'm trying to help them to broaden this mindset, to build or to create this mindset. What does it mean to be a manager and a leader? And on the other hand, to give them practical tools, practical recommendations in order for them to take these recommendations and after the training go and implement them. So without some lyrics or philosophy, but just what to do. So,
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things when we first met. I remember you were like, "Hey, let's talk," and I was like, "Okay, great." You're wearing a yellow jacket, bright yellow, and I was like, "I want to talk to this woman too." And that was one of the first things. Like, even without really talking to you, I understood like, oh, what she does is very practical.
Because I'm a pragmatic,
and I'm super practical too. I don't like, I like theory, I understand theory, but unless you turn theory into action, then what's the point? Like, it's just like knowing a lot of stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's like, you know, if we are talking about this topic of leadership, now it's on hype, so popular topic. And so, but if... to participate in some training activities or workshops or webinars, sometimes these speakers are providing just messages. Be a leader.
Right. And you're like,
you need to be a better leader.
How do I do it?
And so it's nothing. For me, it's nothing at all.
Exactly,
so, that is why I'm always trying how to provide practical things and practical recommendations to my participants, but on the other hand, how to do it in a simple way, not to be complicated, you know, because there are lots of tools, lots of recommendations, but how to keep it simple.
Not to overwhelm them.
Just
focus on one thing, like master this thing, figure that out.
Understand this thing. It's true. It's true.
So I want to talk to you about communication skills.
Okay.
Imagine that. What role do you see communication skills playing in team, manager, company success?
Oh, huge. It's a huge role. But like, it's like obvious. Of course it's huge because like when I'm thinking about leadership, for example, For me, trust is the foundation. And how it is possible to build trust with people, how to build this connection and sense of belonging without communication. It's impossible. So that is why I cannot imagine, for example, how not to develop your communication skills if you want to better manage or better lead or something like that. So that is why I think that starting from the C-level, when they have some strategy in their minds or they have some goals, they have to communicate that, they have to encourage people, they have to inspire people. It's like very essential, for example.
It's basic.
It's basic. And also in a team, when people want to deal with some task or with some challenge, again, so it is impossible without communication even to understand what should be the desired outcome, how to solve what. So it's like it's core. But again, on the one hand, everybody understands that. But on the other hand,
nobody. I know
it's like I don't know. It's like it's as it is. But each time I'm thinking about that, why?
I know.
What do you think? Why?
Why don't they know?
Yes. Why don't they pay special attention to that? Why they do not want to choose this as a priority?
I think that we've, like in school, we're never taught how to communicate. It's not a subject. We're taught foreign languages, but we're not taught how to actually communicate with each other. And I just think it's not on the radar. I think it's becoming more seen as an area of development. Like, for example, when I go out, personally, professionally, whatever, and people say, what do you do? And I say, I teach people how to communicate better. And every single time, they're like, I need that. Right?
I've noticed that. It's true.
And it's not something like, people don't wake up in the morning saying, I need to work on my communication skills.
It's not like...
But then, of course, when you're in personal relationships, especially, relationships with partners, even like business partners, intimate personal relationships, the conflict that comes up is 99% of the time, it's because of the communication style. And so I'm sure, I don't know from personal experience, but I'm sure that a lot of couples therapy is focused around communication skills. And like, hey, if you want this or if you need this, here's how to communicate that. And we're just not taught that, and I think it should be taught in schools, actually. That would be a really important and like core foundational subject for people. And I would recommend start really early, like when they're kids, because then you get these habits and you can be more successful.